Hey YouTube, I'm Jet. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about Therianthropy. If you've searched for the word here already, you'll know that there's not much of a selection. Mostly because people are very embarrassed to talk about what Therianthropy is. I don't know. If you knew what you were talking about and you told anyone in your family, one of your friends, they'd probably think you were crazy, and if they knew you well enough to not judge you, they would change the subject pretty quick. Alright, I'll give you the definition right off. Not scripted, nothing from Wikipedia, like what I've seen on here. Therianthropy is a spiritual or psychological affiliation with an animal. That's pretty much it. I mean, if you look at religion, cults, anything like that, you'll see a bunch of contradictions in what it really means to people, what they really believe. Therianthropy, at its base, is just a personal belief. Since I got started in the community when I was about 12, I'm 18 now, I've been wanting to give back to it and give it some grounding, because you go from person to person, site to site, people will tell you different. I mean, even when, hey, I'm a Therian, you're a Therian too, cool. You're not going to click. Everyone has their own idea about what it means to them. I mean, there's other kin out there. There's people who actually think they're werewolves. And there's people who are just trying to be cool. I mean, everyone's in it for a different reason. And that's really up to you. If you meet anyone, great. I've met three. 1, 2, 3 Therians in person in my life. Probably thousands online. The two I met first, we completely skirted the subject for the entire time we were having lunch. Didn't even talk about it. I went across the country to see one of my best friends online, talk to her every night about it. Still didn't really talk about it in person that much. It's really a weird subject. Personal Therianthropy. My phenotype is that of the wolf. And if you're a Therian right now, you're probably going to start doubting me right about now. Reason being, about 90% of Therians you'll meet anywhere are going to be wolves. I attribute this to Hollywood and their work with the werewolf. Great job. You single-handedly made a bunch of people happy and pissed off at the same time. I just watched a video by this guy, Soggy Bottom, or some shit, bashing on otherkins and otherkin werewolves and things of the like. They're really easy to bash. I'm easy to bash right now. I'm probably going to be on Comedy Central tonight. You know, it's tough. I mean, anyone who's a Therian has gone through periods of doubt. I've gone through a period of up to 2 years of not even putting any value in it. When you think about it, there is a lot of value in it, because you look at cultures throughout history, identifying with animals. I mean, just a couple hundred years ago, people were convinced that shape-shifting existed. People still practice it today with black magic and shit like that. But Therianthropy as a spiritual journey can really do no harm other than make other people, you know, think you're crazy, at worst. So, if you've got a little animal in you, and you don't consider yourself crazy, well, first, consider yourself a little bit crazy right now, because if you don't, you're ignorant as hell. Take everything you hear about this with a grain of salt. Take anything you think about yourself with a grain of salt when delving into this, because Therianthropy really is just looking into yourself for who you are. That animal is not separate from you. You're not talking to something inside of you unless you go into totems. I'm not even going to go into that now. This is 101 here. You look into yourself. There is a feral side of all of us. But when you think about a wolf, a house cat, a lynx, I don't give a crap. It's still you. There's not going to be a completely separate entity inside of you. It is still you. The definition is identifying with another animal, spiritually, psychologically, not physically. You're not going to physically change into anything different. Nothing really special is going to happen other than you finding a little bit more out about yourself. Anyway, yep. Therianthropy. I'm a wolf Therian. I know a hell of a lot of other wolf Therians. The Therian community, a lot of Therians think it's bullshit. I don't. I find some value in it. It's good to talk to others who feel a little bit the same way you do. And there's a lot of people who are going to make you think, am I crazy for what they're thinking? Remember, it's you. Take what you need out of it. Don't put too much confidence in other people. I get emails every day from my website on getting help with themselves. I can tell you what Therianthropy is. I can tell you what it means to me, but I'm not going to point you in one direction or the other. Because it is a personal journey. If you see an animal inside of you, don't think you're crazy immediately. Think it at first, do some research, meditate on it, and find out what it means to you. In closing, there's nothing wrong with looking into yourself. Therianthropy is identifying with a member of another species. For me it's the wolf, for you it could be anything out there. But it's looking into yourself. There's nothing living inside of you, it's still you. It's just a part of you haven't come to understand yet. That's pretty much it. Anyone have any questions, clarifications I could make, ideas for later videos, things you want me to talk about some more? Hit me up with the comments. Rate, subscribe. I don't know how many people are going to watch this, how many people actually search for Therianthropy. Tell your friends. I'm Jet. I'm out.